Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's Kanisha. If you're new around here, my name is Kanisha and I create videos on career, business, lifestyle and just general chit chat videos. So if you do like the sound of that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button at any point. Without further ado, let's jump into today's video. So I've had the idea to do like a chit chat video on what's next and currently what I'm experiencing at the moment as a recent graduate, and how I'm trying to navigate this next few months and next stage of my life. So to give a little bit of context, I sat my last exam in May, the exact date May the 11th. And as you know, with the pandemic and all that's happening at the moment, it meant, I finished in my own house and there was no graduation ceremony waited for me in July. And, I can't travel the way that I kind of hoped I would have done to celebrate. So my plans are very different to how I could have imagined them to be. Even in January, nothing could have made me think that this would be where we're at now, but it is. And so like with any other recent graduate or someone who's in a place of being furloughed or lost their job, we're just in a state of trying to figure out what to do next and how to spend our time. I remember in the first few weeks of quarantine, there was such big energy for productivity. It's sign up to this course, do this thing, bake this banana bread, so much go, 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 do it now, hustle, 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 get the job done. And after that, it comes to a point where you sort of feel a bit unmotivated and a bit dejected, that you're what's the point in doing all these things? I had that moment when I was doing my revision for my exams, what's the point? I'm not even going to be sat in an exam hall, this 24 hours to sit an exam, it doesn't mean anything. A real state of what is the point? And then you come out of that when you finish the exams on a state of despair and a bit of lost, just what do I do now? I need to get a job, but I'm trying to find a job at a time when there's so much unemployment happening, so many people being furloughed or let go, so many companies are freezing their hiring. This employment landscape is not the same as the last year or the years before that. It's completely new. So there's that point in time and you kind of just feel a bit oh, okay, so really what do I do now? So I want to, talk on that stage and just to really share my own experiences and just to say in spite of all that's happening, we need to make sure we take a moment just to be proud of ourselves for getting this far. I think fortunately enough for myself and hopefully for you as well, we have our health and we have the health of our families. These are the things that we can't take for granted, and we can't feel they're not a progress thing, because lives are changing literally all the time. And going forward, I think we also need to take pressure off ourselves and thinking we have everything figured out, or thinking that we should have been a bit more organised, or we should have known to be prepared for this. But nobody could have predicted it. And even if you had secured an internship or a graduate opportunity starting in September or August, for a lot of people these things have been postponed, they might have been cancelled, or the times of what they're meant to do are so much different to what they had planned for. So in a sense it's no planning could have ever prepared you for what we're going through now. So don't be so hard on yourself if things are not going the way you hoped it to be, or that it is a lot harder, because that is the reality. You've got millions more people joining the search for a job, and most of them are more experienced. They would have been in the industry, they would have had the experiences that these companies that are still hiring are looking for. So I think it's really important is to keep that in mind and to not be too hard on ourselves, because we are actually just doing what we can do. All you can do is really just apply for jobs, do the interview stages, upskill if you can, and if you want to, the time is yours. And I'm sort of looking at this period of time almost like a gap year. I always wanted to have some time off after I finished studying to either travel or to just do what I wanted to do. And then this quarantine period happened, and the rest of the summer's happening. So why not use that time to either to relax or to do the courses that I was always wanting to do, or to still try to make this summer the best as possible, because they're fortunately are a lot of, you know, internships that have gone on the line, or programs that you could do that like 3-day long, like looking for those opportunities to make the most of it. Like, why not do it now? But yeah, like I just figured if I needed the motivation myself, I'm sure somebody else might have needed the motivation and reassurance that, you know what, take each day as it comes, you're doing the best that you can do, and you know, this is a moment that also will pass, so you won't be unemployed forever, or you won't be as lost forever. Like, there will be a point where things will start to make sense, or things will fall into place in probably ways that we didn't expect it to. So that's kind of exciting at the same time. But yeah, I just wanted to speak to you know, other graduates who are in the same place as me, and just to reassure you that you are not alone. We're all trying to figure this out, and yeah, just keep going, keep trying, and we'll look back at this time in awe and admire the strength and perseverance that we've all shown through a global pandemic, through injustice, and yeah, coming out the other side stronger, more connected, more empathetic, and you know, with change and movement happening. Like, I feel really optimistic for the future and what it entails. So yeah, like, I hope this video helped, and that, you know, you probably needed to hear it. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you like my content, go ahead and hit the subscribe or like button, and I'll be sure to catch you in my next video.